Okay guys, welcome back to another episode of the Two Knuckleheads. Today is a great surprise because you will see an international chef cooking one of the most iconic dishes in Nicaragua cuisine. It's actually amazing. I can tell right away just to see the recipes here. It's we have some red beans and rice and all the vegetables. So I think it's kind of hard to guess what we're gonna do today. So guys, here we go. Gert, thank you so much. Come on, man. How you doing?
Hi, how are you doing, Carlos?
I'm very good.
Well, Carlos, today I'm going to try to basically screw up your national dish. Well, it's only basically rice and beans.
Yeah, but you know the name of rice and beans when you mix it? What's the name?
Yeah, it's Gallopinto or Pinto Gallo or what the hell is it exactly? I always screw that up.
Well,
I didn't have an excuse. I'm getting old. And I can't remember where my keys are. So I don't know if I should, which one I say first, Pinto or Gallo?
Well, you can either say that too, because it's like to paint a rooster. I know it sounds like that in English. No, it is Gallopinto. I don't know where the name is coming from.
Why the hell they gave me Gallo? Gallo is a chicken, right?
It is a chicken, yeah.
Where the hell is, I know chickens don't do rice and beans.
No, they don't. Rice they do.
Because they eat it, right?
They eat it, yeah. Actually, it's funny though. I don't know where the name is coming from. Every country in Central America, you may know, we have a different version of the Gallopinto. But if you go to the Atlantic coast, then they kind of name it differently. You go to the south, you go to the north in Central America, and everyone has a different idea how to mix it. But it's the same basic foundation. I mean, it's the same basic fundamental ingredient. It's rice and red beans. Beans may change in other countries like Guatemala or Costa Rica.
They have different kind of beans.
They use a different color there. They use actually the black beans. But in Nicaragua, it's very popular, the red beans. So guys, if you're coming from another country and you want to try the classic breakfast every morning, either dinner, this is it. And then you can mix it as you want.
Yeah, I mean, it actually makes a nice side dish for breakfast with eggs and stuff like that.
Yes.
And it's actually a nice side dish for steaks. Or for fish. I mean, you can use it for everything. And I think the reason why it's so incredibly popular is because we grow rice in Nicaragua and red beans. And it's the two items which are probably the cheapest items to buy in markets. But it's basically something which people eat almost on a day-to-day basis.
Yes, I mean,
particularly in the countryside, because a lot of people are still poor here, and it's very filling. Beans are, if you eat beans, you have all the proteins you need in your diet.
Exactly, I was gonna say that. When you do exercise, I can tell a lot of the new products, friendly for your body, are also from beans. And people who do workout, I'm sorry for my English, who do workout, beans is also important for your energy. I'm glad that what you just said. I mean, this is kind of the basic food everywhere. Right. The countryside, I mean, you can meet somebody in the countryside that maybe has a few acres, and you will see this is what they harvest all the time.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I added some stuff to it. I added jalapenos to. I'm going to add jalapenos to it. I'm going to add some cilantro and cilantro. Then I'm going to add jalapenos.
So this is going to be a spicy Gallopinto?
Well, it's not that
it's
spicy.
Pretty much spicy.
No, it's all right.
Okay.
And then
it's not the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world. Because everybody always thinks in the northern part of the world that everything south, you eat everything super spicy, which is not the truth. The only cuisine in South America which is absolutely spicy is Mexico, and that's not in South America. That's basically on the North American continent, and they're the only ones who actually have very spicy food. The rest of it is actually mild, But anyhow. So we're gonna do the green bell peppers,
this is what we call here
pimientos.
Chiltomas. Right? It's funny though. I met a Mexican friend of mine. I hope he sees this video. Hello. And pimientos It's a different name in Mexico or in Texas. They call it the chile poblano. Here we call it but we call it, the chiltoma. Nobody knew about that name anyway. So it's just how names can change from one country to another.
When I write the cookbook, I actually wrote down pimentos for this recipe, and then my American friend said, because it's written in English, and he said probably a lot of the expats and the English-speaking people going to reading the book, because that's one of the few, I think it's the only book written about Nicaragua we've seen in English. And he said, oh man, if that would be in the United States, they would never know about it.
No, they won't.
So, but anyway, let's get going here.
Well, guys, we're gonna let the master start working on this.
All right.
Let's see how he doesn't screw our Gallopinto, our favorite dish. And don't forget, Gallopinto is also come with a white cream acid. Anyway, there's gonna be another episode. Subscribe. So I'm gonna let the master do the things. Okay.
All right, I put in some oil into this pan here, and I'm going to make it nice and hot. So this sometimes, you see, it can be nice and hot. Then you add the chopped onion. All right, and what you try to do is you try to make it translucent. There we go. Then you add a little bit of jalapeno peppers. A little bit of green bell peppers. And you mix this up really nice. Here. You see? Then you add the rice. Now what you can do is you can do cooked rice, which you cook separate. We did it here so it goes faster. Or you can take the raw rice and put it in there and boil it for 15 minutes. It's up to you how you would like to do it. You mix that very well. Again. It's supposed to be around 2/3 rice and 1/3 beans. And it's up to the individual. Everybody, since this is the national dish, everybody will do it a little bit different. So, if some people like some more beans, then they just should add some more beans. So it's not, or more rice. It's up to each individual. And I'm sure each of the people who are cooking in Nicaragua will have it done just a tiny bit different. A touch of salt. And cilantro. And again, you mix it nicely all together. And you always have to make sure when you cook this, even if you cook the rice, you have to cook the rice and the beans separate. All right, now this is, and also when you mix the, let's say you cook the beans separately, you should not throw out the stock of the beans. You should use that one to add to your dish, because it will give it a nice color. If it's black beans, it will make it black, more darker. If it's red beans, it will make it more reddish. So it gives it a nice color, and it also gives it a nice taste, because you have so much flavor in the stock of the beans. All right, and here we go. That's all there is to it. I hope I didn't screw up the national dish of Nicaragua. If I have, I'm sorry, but I don't think so. So we're gonna have somebody try it and make sure that it's done the proper way. That's it. Fast. Let's see how it tastes. There's a soup for you, baby, over there.
Did you give the...
Yeah, I gave everybody something.
Oh man, Gert, you are a Nicaraguan now, man.
Oh yeah, huh?
You did the Gallopinto right. Guys, you have to see this. This is awesome. And it smells perfect.
Yeah.
This is gonna be my dinner today. Cream and
That's
cheese.
right. Yeah, exactly. Now when you serve it, and we're going to leave it in the pot the way it is, all right? Because everybody serves it different.
Exactly.
There's no reason to garnish a plate with Gallopinto, all right? It is not classical French cuisine where you put on little carrots and zucchini. This is just rice and beans, all right?
Rice and beans,
And you know, and the thing is,
and we love it.
you know, like when you come to the United States, in the Cajun country, I mean, rice and beans is a big thing, you know. I mean, almost all over the world. When you go to Italy, they have rice and beans. It's one of the most famous dishes of Venice, called risi bisi, which means rice and peas. And, and if you ever go to Venice, if you don't eat that, you know, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. But so everywhere you are and everywhere you will live, you will have some way rice and beans. Not only in Latin countries or Mediterranean countries. Now, I think the only ones who don't have it is probably up in the Nordic countries. I mean, it's too damn cold up there. They got vodka instead. All right, thank you very much.
So guys, thank you Gert for another episode of the Two Knuckleheads. As you can see in this one, I let the master to do all the cooking. I'm just a simple guy looking at what he's doing. I'm impressed. He did not screw our national meal. And definitely guys, the Gallopinto is great. The color is awesome. Smell, and I'm sure it smells so good, it tastes that good. So guys, subscribe to that channel, my real estate channel also. His channel too for cooking, and learn more about his book. He's very soon gonna release it. So don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much. See you in the next episode, guys. Bye bye.
All right, here we go, boys and girls.